What's up, guys? I'm Mike.
And I'm Luke.
And today we're going over all the purple cards from OP11, A Fist of Divine Speed. We're going to be reviewing all the cards in the purple color category. And if you're seeing this public right now, that means red, green, and blue are already up. And yellow and black are available early for members who get our content up to 2 weeks early, as always, as well as special emotes and other fun perks. And starting off purple is, of course, the brand new Charlotte Katakuri Leader.
Yes.
Your boy is back.
Yeah. We haven't had him since what? OP03?
OP03. That's correct.
Yeah.
Also, be real, another case of I think the regular art is better than the alt art.
I don't know what's up with these alt arts lately. I don't know, but it doesn't matter because he's looking fire, so it doesn't matter.
The new Charlotte Katakuri is another mono leader, this time purple, 5k power, 5 life, when attacking on opponents' attacks as well. Once per turn, you can Dawn -1, look at the top card of your opponent's deck, then this leader gets 1,000 power for the battle. So, converting a -1 Dawn to 1k counter, you can do it on your turn for power, or on your opponent's attack for counter. Very reminiscent of Red Ace from OP03 in that one.
Yeah, definitely. It also feels a little bit like the original Katakuri Leader, where you would traditionally attach one and then gain an additional plus 1,000. In this way, like, we could kind of do something similar, right? I think it's kind of cool to just be able to Dawn minus, like, tap out and you're still swinging for 6, you're still strong, right? It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's a cool multi-way. Also lets you like lean into purple in a way of like, hey, purple wants to tap out for big things, so you don't have extra Dawn like you would in like a yellow Katakuri. So hey, instead of attaching it, you can minus it.
Yeah, and to note, also, we're doing a completely new mechanic with this card, right? We're now able to look at the top card of our opponent's deck. I think that's actually new to OPTCG.
It used to only be life, now it's deck, and you know, this is the first of the Big Mom purple cards. We have like a few that we synergize with. The big one comes to mind is Charlotte Pudding, of course, so you'll get that minus Dawn back when you do it on your turn. But of course, before we can rate this card, we gotta let the people know how we rate our cards here, which is the power scale. The power scale is a rating scale of 1 to 5. 1 is, why is this card even worth being printed? In a world of tariffs and rising costs, the cardboard is worth more, blank. 3 is the average card you put in your deck. You're happy to have it. It's gonna keep your wheels spinning, but it's not necessarily what pushes you over or why you specifically want to play the deck, but you know, you're more than happy to have it. And 5, of course, is the cream of the crop, the top of the top, the bannable, some would say. We're talking cards like Gecko Moria, recently banned, 10 Mom, Goldie Roger, cards that literally change the way that you will build your decks. Your opponent will have to build their decks because your deck exists, and can also give like powerful alternative ways to win the game in like the sense of, you know, Goldie Roger.
Rest in peace, Reject.
Gone, not soon enough. Luke, you're the big Katakuri / Big Mom player. What's your feelings out of the gate on this purple Katakuri Leader?
So out of the gate, the ability to Dawn -1 on opponent attacks and when attacking, it feels very versatile. It's pretty cool. Shanks gets to do that for free only on opponents on opponent's attack, which feels cool because I mean, you're doing so much more with this leader than Shanks is, if you think about it, right? You have the ability to look at the top of your top card of your opponent's deck. You get to do you get to do that on opponent's attack too?
Yeah, so it's once per turn during either. So it's like
oh my God.
Yeah, the translation we're looking at, because we're looking at unofficial translations here, isn't as clear. But if you go to the altar leader, you can see it has a little slash.
Right. Yeah, I think that this is cool. I don't know enough about the rest of the cards for us to see if us knowing about opponent's top deck is good or bad. I think it's a really cool, new, interesting way to play. I'm gonna give it like a, I think I'm gonna underjudge this. I think I'm gonna give it like a 3.5 or something.
Yeah, I'm kind of right there. I'm gonna lean a little bit higher into 4 on this one. I do like that it can generate plus 1k power, plus 1k counter on each turn, knowing that purple inherently as a color is very much about recruiting its Dawn minus cost. Additionally, this one is much harder to judge though, because I do have a little knowledge of the card base on this one, and it's very much so, hey, if you know what's there and you do the guess right, you get bonuses and discounts. So it's very much like on the surface, it's what top end ceiling is for like a very specific archetype it's trying to fit into. However, I do feel like this ability is generic enough where you could find a way to build this around future purple strategies as well.
Yeah.
Next up, we're getting away from the Big Mom Pirates. It's Little Sadie.
Interesting.
Forever a 2k counter, a 2/2 for 2. On play, Dawn -1. If your leader has Impel down type, rest a cost 3 or less character your opponent controls.
Okay.
I like this for a flex 2k counter.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's cool.
I'll give it a 3.
Yeah, I'll also give it a 3.
Impel down definitely needs some more 2k counters, so like this is a very good one. Also, it's a 2 cost, so it's something you need to play with Hannyabal. Hannyabal definitely missing a lot of good cheap stuff to get it like the lowest threshold possible for his ability, so I like that as well.
Yeah.
Oh god, more Impel down cards. Sardis.
Wow.
6/8, 1k counter, vanilla. Wasn't this dude short?
Yeah, we're like looking at an upshot here for sure, but like, yeah, I don't know.
They gave him legs though.
Yeah, they gave him legs. It feels weird, right? Like,
I don't know what's worse. They gave him legs or they printed a vanilla.
I think it's a 2, no matter what.
I'm gonna have 1.5.
Nice.
Yeah. Charlotte Anna, or sorry, Anana?
Sure. Anana.
What's my name? Anana.
I was thinking like Minions banana, like Anana.
Oh, that's good. That's a good one, yeah. I like yours better. A 1/1 for 1. If you have a purple character with Big Mom Pirates type other than Charlotte Anana, this character gains blocker. We've seen a bunch of these before. You know, the conditional 1-drop blockers.
Scratch Manapoo.
Yeah, this one has counter. You know, they generally, in my opinion, are a 2. But they'll play like a 3 in some decks. Like Scratch Manapoo is a good example because you're playing a go wide board of the archetype of I'm going to have a bunch of these always. Purple, I feel like typically you're just going big more than going wide. And I feel like it might be a little weaker here in that regard. Also, purple famously builds outside of its archetype for its top end. It usually like has one it leads into, but it's just like, oh, this is a really good purple card. This is a really good purple card.
Yeah.
And so I'm worried how good this will actually end up being consistency-wise.
Yeah, purple and green have that a lot in common. Yeah, so I'm gonna give this like a 2, just the same as I've done Scratch Manapoo. Yeah, same reason, so.
Next up, Charlotte Oven. I really like this art. This is really cool. 4/5, 1k counter. Activate main, you may rest this character. Declare a cost. This is the first one I'm talking about with the Katakuri mechanic cycle here. Declare a cost of your choice. Reveal 1 card from the top of your opponent's deck. If the revealed card is the same cost as the declared cost, KO up to 1 of your opponent's characters with an original cost 3 or less. Then add a Dawn from your Dawn deck rested.
That's cool. And it's activate main, so that you can multi-use this. That's cool.
Yeah, so you know your leader peaks with the -1, and then you recruit with this.
Yep.
So it's literally free. Actually, it's not basically free. It's literally free.
Yeah, it's like a literal free removal 3, I guess.
Yeah, it just eats something on curve. Like you go second, you're like, cool, I'll eat it.
Kind of cool.
Yeah, I think it's a 3.
Yeah, I think it's 3. I think it might be stable. I think it's pretty good at removing those like tap down searchers and stuff. I'm more distracted with what's going on with his hair. That's like a solid piece. Like that's not hair anymore. It's like metal.
He's a whole unit, brother. Next up, your big boy Blastoise himself, Charlotte Katakuri, 8/8 blocker with no counter. At the end of your turn, set up to 2 of your Big Mom Pirates type characters with a cost of 3 or more as active. Then add up to 1 Dawn from your Dawn deck and rest.
Yeah, so this is that
big boy Blastoise.
Without spoilers, right? This is the UP Luffy card. So
yeah.
Oh my
as we
God.
talked about with like the ramp Luffy, you know, it's like searching all of the Straw Hat cards, but like we talked about with purple earlier as well. Like this is one of those cards like, yeah, this is just so good, we're just gonna throw it in. Doesn't matter.
Yeah. This just feels really good. I don't feel like there's a detriment to this card, right? Like it's just you get to set up 2 or more of your Big Mom characters that have 3 or more as active. So like basically all of them. And then add up to 1 Dawn for your Dawn. That's really good.
Yeah,
I don't
so
know.
You're always gonna recoup leader ability. So your leader's always attacking as 6k. It's gonna attack for 8 every turn and then block. It's basically 7 cost kid, but it brings a friend. Yeah, this card is super high on my list. I think this is like, I'm gonna say a 4.5. This card just seems crazy.
I think it's a 4.5. It's really good. They have not missed with an 8 cost Katakuri print yet. So.
I agree. Katakuri, 100% hit rate here. Next up, Charlotte Daifuku, our first purple 2k vanilla counter. 6/7 2k counter. Big Mom Pirates.
Yep. Nice. What did we give these before?
I think we were giving them 3 for relevant card types and 2.5s for non. I think Big Mom Pirates is relevant. I'll give it a 3.
I'll give it a 3.
Also, I think
Try
purple
not
as a
to be
color would love just to have a 2K counter that's also a big body. You know?
The 6/7. Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of cards that typically don't miss, Charlotte Brulee. 3/4, 1K counter, Big Mom Pirates obviously. On play, you may add the top card of your life to your hand. If your leader is Big Mom Pirates type, add a Dawn from your Dawn deck and set it as active.
Oh. Okay. Cool.
This to me,
we're
this to me screams like a pudding card more than a
100%.
purple
Yeah.
cat.
Yeah. It feels like putting support because we could take the flip life up, put it back to our hand, right? It's pretty good.
Yeah, and then you ramp off that as well, so it's double ramp that turn.
Ramping active Dawn is so nice. I love when they let me ramp active Dawn.
I love when they let me ramp active. It's so nice.
It's so nice.
Very kind of them.
Yeah, after we ramp that active Dawn on curve with this card, we could then play Charlotte Anana to protect us for ramping or for taking that life. So that's kind of cool.
Yeah, I'm sure this is also good in purple Katakuri in the sense of like if your opponent takes the better curve, you just use this to get ahead because you're far left leader. Like I think just jamming that 8-drop Katakuri, for example, or your 9-drop mom, or the mom we'll see later probably in this is just more important than having an extra life in most cases.
Yeah, makes sense to me. I think that this card is probably a 3.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a 3. It's just type block, which is always annoying, but this card is extremely powerful for just filling out the deck and making sure you're always on the best curve possible.
Yeah, a lot of rares are just 3s anyway. So
Charlotte Pudding. This is one of those new gen searcher 1-drops here. So we have a 1-drop 0 power princess 1K counter. On play, search the top 5, reveal a card would cost 2 or more that's Big Mom Pirates type, and add it to your hand. Then place the rest of the bottom deck in any order. And then it has activate main Dawn -1. You may rest this character. Look at the top 1 card of your opponent's deck.
So you get to use this. You get to use leader ability off this.
Yeah, I'm curious.
Without the plus
also
1,000.
Gorgeous alternate, of course. Gorgeous alternate.
Yes. Yeah.
I'm curious why you would want to do this.
Yeah, instead of getting the plus 1,000. Like...
I'm assuming there must be one of these top deck checkers like Oven that manipulates the top deck card afterwards. That's the only way I can think of it. Otherwise, yeah, this seems... I mean, again, unless it's just like putting support, you know?
Unless somebody like plays like peel off or something. Like
well,
right after
it's
you,
an activate main in your turn. So yeah, I mean, if they trigger it right off like a life. Yeah.
Yeah, or it's also an activate main on opponent's attack, right? Or sorry.
That's a leader. That's the leader,
sorry,
but for this pudding card.
Right. I mean, what I'm saying is like, when they attack you, say they sequence, they attack you, you Dawn minus, you look at their card, and they're like, okay, cool, you look at my cards. I'm gonna Sanji peel off right now, and then you're like, well, now I no longer know what those cards are. I guess it doesn't matter how you slice this. Yeah,
like the only way is if there's something relevant for like you need to attack after playing something with the leader. I'm gonna give this like a 2.5. It just feels like the tacked on piece is just quite worse than the other ones we've seen so far.
Yeah, I don't know if I like it. Yeah, I think 2. I think it's a 2 for me. I don't know. I feel like it's not the tacked on piece is enough for me to like go give a pause. So
next we got Charlotte Perospero Lick. A 5/7. Activate main once per turn, no counter. You may discard 1 card from your hand, declare the cost of your choice, and reveal the top card of your opponent's deck. And the reveal the cost is the same as the declared one. Draw a card and add a Dawn card from your Dawn deck and set it as active.
Kind of cool.
So discard a card. So loot a card, then ramp 1. Seems aight for a 5/7. So you're on 5, and then you just go to 6, go to 8.
Okay. Actually, this card kind of unlocked why I think the searcher, the previous searcher, why that tacked on piece is relevant, right?
Okay.
It's relevant for Charlotte Pudding, purple yellow, so that you can play cards like this and continue to ramp.
Yeah, I think that's really what it is.
Yeah, so it's Charlotte Pudding support. I like this card. I hate this art.
I hate this art. I love this card. I mean, you get to filter every turn and ramp.
Yeah,
that's nuts.
Not bad. Yeah, that's really good.
This is an easy 3.5, I think.
Yeah, and you're not even resting for it. You're just pitching 1 from hand, right?
Yeah, you're swinging for 7 still, brother.
That's great. Yeah, 3.5 for sure.
Also, if you like really like, let's say you're putting your opponent's like 1 or 2 cards in hand, right? I definitely see a world like if I'm playing like, you know, putting, not Katakuri or another purple leader, whatever. I see a world still where I would like activate this and discard a card just to know exactly what they're drawing into, so I should be playing around with my attacks.
Yeah, that makes sense to me. Yeah, like having that knowledge is great. So
yeah. Next up, Charlotte Mont-d'or. You have to have a relevant card. Let's see if this one changes that. 3/4, 2k counter. All right, we're getting there. Activating once per turn, Dawn -1. You may rest this character. Your opponent places 2 cards from their trash to the bottom of their deck in any order. Then add the top card of your life to your hand. What? We had the Dawn -1 and lose a life, and we don't even choose the cards?
That seems very steep, and then it rests itself. That's like 3 negatives for like a single positive, barely a positive.
Like
right?
maybe if it was like put 10 cards on the bottom of their deck.
Jesus.
Yeah, this is. I mean, it's a 2k counter, so I'm still gonna give it like a. I would give it like a 2. Honestly, I feel like we have enough between pudding now that we should have enough 2k counters. Like we're playing like 2 of these to get just like a threshold maybe, but.
Yeah, like I'm playing Black Maria over this, right? Like
I'm playing like 6 cost Sanji over this most of the time, right?
Yeah.
This is just this is awful.
This is bungus.
Like the fact that it's a 2k counter is the only redeeming quality.
Yeah, and that it's searchable by the searcher putting in the set, I guess.
Yeah,
like
that's literally it.
Oh man. Yeah, I think this is a 1.5 for me, man. I don't know, dude. I don't like it.
Going from a card that always misses to a card that never misses, it's a Charlotte Linlin. This one is a 10/12, no counter. If your leader has Big Bomb Pirates type, it gains Rush. This worked in both Pudding and the new Katakuri. And then on opponent's attacks, once per turn, Dawn -5. This part is crazy, dude. Declare a cost, reveal the top card. If the revealed card is the same cost, up to one of your leaders gets 2k power for the turn.
That's really good, man. That's really good.
And like, yes, it's Dawn -5. Yeah, on opponent's attack once per turn. Like, yes, it's Dawn -5, but to get 2k for the turn in a deck that's going to like re-ramp so consistently. Also, Black Maria. Yeah, that's kind of nutty, dude.
That's really not bad. So good. And it has Rush, right? So
yeah, this girl comes swing. It's like, I'm gonna play this 10/12, and if you're like, cool, I can't fight the 10/12, I'll just attack leader instead. It's like, okay, well, leader's 7k now. So
yeah, so good. And then like, say that you've managed to pre-play this, you can stand it right back up with that 8 cost Charlotte Katakuri too.
Oh my god, you're right.
So good. So they have no choice but to like swing into your leader's face, right? So that's not bad.
Yeah, and again, this is like the rush is conditional, the ability is not.
Yeah, dude, okay, it feels very, very good. I don't know how it performs outside of like. No, I think it should be fine. As long as Black Maria is a card, it should be fine. I think it's a 4.
Yeah, I think it's a solid 4, right? Because it's at its worst, it's like it's a 10/12 that gives plus 2k counter to your leader in purple, which is gonna re-ramp, and then at best it rushes in, and so you're like, here's a 12, get immediate value, eat something, and then you're tapped out, but you're gonna generate 2k counter off like minusing Dawn and the way you would like get events, right? So yeah, I think it's a solid 4.
It's a rare too. Wow.
Yeah, but it's also a Big Mom, so
yeah, it's great.
Streusen, 3/3, 2k counter. There we go, better than the last one. Big Mom Pirates, we can replace them immediately. Activate main once per turn, Dawn -1. You may rest this character, declare a cost. If it matches the revealed cost, rest up to one of your opponent's characters with a cost of 4 or less. See, this is cooking. The chef is here.
Actual cooking, yeah.
Well, I don't know. Would you consider what he does cooking?
I mean, not really. He just turns things into food, right? Is that what? Yeah.
Yeah, he just like thinks it, right? He doesn't have to have like a recipe. It's not like what's her face from My Hero, where she has to like know how things are made.
Right. Oh yeah. Oh my god, the createor
or something like that. Yeah.
Momo,
that's it. Momo ISA. There you go. Got it. No, Momo ISA is Dandadan. That's a different Momo.
Nope, that's a different Momo.
Different Momo. But yes. Anyway, yeah, this card's sick.
Yeah, it's good. This beats Mont-d'or. So
yeah, you're right. But Mont-d'or, here's the thing. I have to give this a 2.5 because Mont-d'or is a bad 2k counter. but it's like relevant in ways. This is a good 2K counter, but it's basically locked to this Katakuri deck or having the pudding. So for me, this is also 2.5 just because like I can't see it being generically used. Whereas like the Mont-d'or, if there's like a real good like trash deck coming up, like I could see you having to play it, you know?
Yeah, that makes sense to me. Yeah. It's just Mont-d'or into Lucci. Imagine he's like, okay, send two of those cards back in, right? And then he's like, cool, I'll swing for a leader ability. I'll pitch 2 more back in.
Easy.
I mean, it could be relevant, right? This is cool. Yeah, I think it's a regular 2.5, like a regular 2K should be.
Next up, we got my boy Jaguar.D.Saul. It's literally just Dershi. It's just Dershi redrawn and cropped.
Yeah.
6/6, no counter. On play if your leader is Nico. Oh, Nico Robin's board. If your leader is Nico Robin, you have 7 more Dawn cards. Draw 2. Trigger, activate
Mike,
the on play.
But Mike, how can this be a Nico Robin card if it's not Revolutionary Army traded?
Oh, true. You're right. As we all know, yellow Revolutionary Army cards were designed for Nico Robin.
Yeah.
And
absolutely.
reinforced, honestly, reinforced by the koala coming out.
Yeah. You know,
unironically, the statement's becoming more and more true.
Yeah, they're like doubling down on it more. Cool.
Yeah, this one's sick. I think it's like
draw 2 is good.
Yeah, draw two on trigger is great. It's like, yeah, it doesn't have counter because pitch it to the Robin leader.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it like yeah, you don't discard anything too. You just draw 2. Oh my god.
Dude.
I'm gonna give it a 3. I'm solid 3.
3.5 because you get to just draw 2 on that's good. If you're yellow or if you're a purple leader, you're gonna ramp. So it's fine. Draw 2 cards is great.
Well, it's only Nico Robin though.
Oh, I guess it's fair. I mean, well,
it's the rating's fine. I'm just correcting your statement.
Yeah.
That you were like,
you're right. Yeah, correct. Yeah. Yeah. Draw 2 is amazing.
Back to Impel Down we go. It's Hannyabal. Post Impel Down.
Yep.
5/5 1K counter with blocker. On play for your leader is Impel Down type. Play up to 1 character with Impel Down type costs 3 or less from your hand.
Play up Sadi.
Yeah, I mean, this is definitely like you play it and then you use the card to activate your Hannyabal leader ability.
Yep. For the viewers at home, Hannyabal leader ability is...
Yeah, at the end of your turn with Hannyabal leader, you can return a cost 2 or higher Impel Down card, and then you ramp a active Arrested Dawn. It'll be on the screen. I forget which, but yeah.
And then you bounce back that 2K that you played, that Sadi. So.
Yeah, you return it for cost, and then you do that. Honestly, 2.5, but like that's good for a common.
I think it's, yeah, 2.5, but this is basically Jinbei for Hannyabal, right? Like...
Yeah, but the card's not staying, you know?
Yeah, I mean...
When Jinbei does it, it trades for the law. It trades the law for the opponent's character, not for an Adon.
Well, yeah, but you play this out, you play that the Sadi plays out of Jailer Beast, you bounce the Sadi back. It's fine.
I forgot about the old Sadie. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, 3. 3. You got me on this one.
Yeah.
Welcome back, Austin.
Welcome back, Austin.
Randolph. I love Randolph. His design's so cool.
I don't like this biblically accurate Randolph, though.
What do you mean by biblically accurate?
Look at his, like, he's just very, like, in the other times, like, he's drawn, it's not that rabbity. Does that make sense? Am I, like, tripping? Like,
I think you're tripping.
He looks very, like, rabbity here.
Okay, he looks more rabbity when they first see him in the forest than, like, every other time, I feel like. And I feel like this is just calling back to that.
Sure.
1/2, 1K counter. Big homies also, not just Big Mom, but also a homie. I didn't realize that he was a homie.
Yes.
Wait, I didn't know this. I thought she just bred with a minx.
That's crazy.
I didn't realize that Randolph was a homie.
Big Mom confirmed for the first furry.
Well, she's trying to do every race. I mean, is that crazy?
I don't know. I'm not sure actually. I also think that Randolph was a Charlotte. So.
There you go. Your turn once per turn. When a Dawn on your field is returned to your Dawn deck, up to one of your characters with Big Mom type gets +2 cost until the end of your opponent's next turn. This is cool tech. This is really cool tech.
That's cool. Yeah. That's neat.
I wish it was like a 1/1 with 2K counter instead, honestly. Yeah. For when I'm like not playing it on the board. Or it was like a 1/3.
This feels like that one Foxy card, Ito Zuma?
The one that ramps?
I don't remember. Yes, yeah, the one that you
Mimizu.
Leave on board. Yeah. You leave it on board and then like it just stays there, right? Like this kind of feels like Randolph.
Yeah. Yeah, this is interesting. I think 2.5. It's a cool tech piece.
Yeah, I think that's fine. 2.5 is also fine. I don't know if I run more than 2.
Yeah, I run maybe 2 if the format says it's good.
Yeah. Yep.
More Big Mom Pirates here. 10 siblings. 5/6, 2K counter vanilla.
Mhm.
Again, I think just a 3. Relevant card type, big body.
Yeah.
We like that.
It's fine. It's cool.
These ones freaked me out when they showed up. I was like, what the hell?
Yeah. They remind me of the Baker's Dozen from Puss in Boots Last Wish.
That's great. That's a good reference. When 2 men are fighting, the last thing I need is some half-assed assistance. The first time I heard this, I thought it was a half-assed assassin. But yeah.
Yeah.
1 drop, counter event. Declare a cost, reveal it if it's the declared cost. Up to one of your leaders or character gets 5K.
Wow.
Leader locked, ultimate rad beam confirmed.
Dude. Okay, and this pairs with the leader ability on opponent's attack. Look at the top of their deck, right? So that's pretty good, man.
So remember, guys, when you play against Purple Kata, hold your searcher, attack once, see if they'll activate before they play this card like an idiot, then search, then do the big attack.
Yeah, exactly.
They shouldn't do that, but hey, maybe they will.
Searchers in the late game is relevant. That's kind of funny, right? Like
Yeah, if they like miss sequence. Yeah, no,
Yep.
this is really good. I mean, obviously, it only really works in one deck. So for that, I'm gonna give it a 2.5, but it's gonna play like a 4. Does that make sense?
2.5.
Like,
Yeah,
it's like you can
yeah.
literally, you can't play this in pudding. You have to play it
Yeah.
in this deck.
Exactly. I agree with that. I was gonna say like this card plays like a fucking 4. So yeah. 2.5 for sure.
Love this. Next up, we have Gear 2, which is it's our second
Divine
ever.
Departure.
Yeah, it's our second ever alternate art event. So you guys can peek that right now, like manga, SP, event art. I don't know how people
Treasure
really read it.
rare, whatever.
Nah,
that
it's
is.
not treasure rare.
I don't know. It feels like
What
it
is
shows
the-
up a lot.
What is it? It's just got a star. Yeah. Oh yeah, it definitely comes at the same rate, but
Yeah.
this card is a dual modal event, so there's a main and a counter. The main makes you pay 2 more, so it ends up being a 3 cost event. If your leader contains a blue, add up to 1 Dawn card from your Dawn deck and rest it. So interesting, it's a modal that's like locked, which I think all of our other
Locked to
modals are.
multicolor.
Yeah, well, no, locked to blue.
Yeah.
And then counter, up to one of your leaders gets 3,000 power during this battle.
So yeah. So unspokenly, this is a multicolor leader event.
Yeah, but it's only for blue leaders. It's blue X's. Because
Yeah.
otherwise, it's just pay 1 for 3.
I mean, it's real. The text says blue. The card is purple, right? So. Those are the
yeah.
only
Wait,
people,
so it's
you know?
not. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's just for blue purples.
Or your Rainbow Luffy
Hannyabal.
pre-release.
Or your Rainbow Luffy pre-released.
Yeah, I gotta. I know how like good this card is in like context,
Yeah.
but it's because that leader is the best leader, like by far.
Yep.
Out of context and removing that, I don't think this card is actually that good just because how restrictive it is. Like it's only flexible for like 3 leaders in the game, 2 leaders in the game. Blue
Yeah.
Croc, the new one that's broken. Is there another one? What's the other blue purple?
Hannyabal.
Hannyabal. Yeah, and yeah, so I'm gonna give this like a 2.5, but when you see this in competitive play, it's gonna play like a 3.5.
Yeah. Agree. Yes. Agree with that rating.
It's gonna get drug up the mountain by a bigger, stronger card.
Yeah.
And our final card for purple, Emperor Blade. A 6 cost main event. Declare cost of your choice. Reveal it if it's declared cost. KO up to one of your opponent's characters with 8 or less. Trigger Rampant Dawn active.
Wow.
Upscale kill spell is great.
Cool.
Rygo is back, question mark?
Yeah, but not in my color, so that's why I was like, cool.
Well, you can't kill the 10s, which is the best part about Rygo.
Yeah. I miss you every day, Rygo. This is cool. The trigger is already great, so.
Yeah, this is amazing. I think I gotta give it a 3 just because, again, you really can only play it in this deck, but it's a 3. They'll play like a 3.5.
See, this is cool, right? This is an argument for that Charlotte pudding searcher, right?
Yeah, in more decks.
In more decks, like, because you can now splash. If you have that pudding in a deck, like you could splash this anywhere.
I'm calling it now. They're gonna put a card in the game in the next 3 to 4 sets, year basically, that says when attacking, check the top card of your opponent's deck.
Yeah, I don't doubt that.
That isn't like a leader, like it's gonna be like a character.
It's crazy that also purple gets to have this mechanic, right? Like,
yeah, when you really think about it, it kind of feels like it should be bluish.
right? Feels weird, but also feels fine. Like you want to see what's coming, right? Like,
Yeah, I'm down for it.
yeah,
I mean, it's all built around observation hockey, right? That's the mechanical theme.
Exactly.
And they're just leaning in the purple because they already started putting them in purple. So.
And because purple is like just the new Big Mom color, right? So yeah, it makes sense. I like this card. I think it's 2.5.
Nice.
The trigger's so good though. So.
And that's going to be it for our purple card review. Let us know in the comment section what you think of all these cards. And of course, continue the conversation over in Discord. We'll see you over on the next one for black soon enough. And have a great rest of your day.
Bye.